PJ, how you doing, man? Obviously, you guys are gonna have to win one here in Phoenix if you're gonna win this thing. What do you guys need to do differently from the first two games?
Just lock in from the beginning. They generally we just real small things, a lot of small things throughout the game. Whether it be shifts, whether it be our initial coverage on certain plays, just being able to lock in and grow from the first two games from the mistakes we made.
You've seen Drew guard Chris Paul, full court. I think Drew joked after the last game how tired he was. You've guarded Chris Paul before. Just how physically taxing is what Drew's doing out there?
It's hard to play that hard for an entire game or anybody in this league at this level. Guarding every player in this game, everybody's running the floor, everybody's crashing, everybody's doing all they can, fighting tooth and nail, for every advantage to try to win the game. So, for Drew, it's just part of what he does and makes, it's why he's so good.
Over to Devon on Zoom.
All right, we'll go to Lori Nickel.
Hey, PJ, I wanted to ask you about the 3-point shot. The Suns have kept you guys to below 30% shooting in game 2 and game 4 as a team. I wondered when you decide to back off and when you decide to keep firing anyway. I know you personally seem to wait for your open shot, with extra passing, but as a team, what's the philosophy there?
Rule, you open, let it fly. That's just the general rule of how we play. You try to give up good shots for great shots, for swings, extra passes, but that's how we play. If you open, you let it fly, no matter what.
So there's no discussion about being conservative during timeouts or anything like that.
Nah,
you don't worry about numbers.
I don't know any team that does that. If you open this league, you gotta let it fly because there's no open shots. You gotta take them.
Okay.
Let's go to Leonardo Torres.
Hi, PJ. It's Leonardo Torres from Peru. Hope you're well. PJ, what will be the mindset for Game 5 and how important will be to take care of the ball in order to win Game 5?
That's always a high priority, taking care of the ball. We want to move the ball, we want to attack, but at the same time, you want to take care of it. We don't want to give up transition points and easy baskets for them. So that's definitely high up on the list of things that we prioritize in order to give ourselves a chance to win.
Let's go to Eduardo Vidal.
Hey, PJ, Eduardo Vidal from Hispanic Sports Media. Do you think one of the keys that allow you to tie the series was playing more minutes with a small lineup?
I don't know. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work as well. It's just on coach trying to figure that out and at what points in the game he wants to do it. I think it's giving us a chance, to give a different look and to be able to do different things scheme-wise on defense. But, it's something you just got to keep trying to figure out throughout the game.
All right, with our final question, let's go to JC from Lagura.
Hey, PJ, going through your career, do you feel like this series is the toughest series that you ever faced?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough. Obviously, we're fighting. We just won Game 7 with Brooklyn down to the last second. So I don't know if it's safe to say that, but it's a tough series.
Thanks, PJ.
You mentioned a couple times this series, you're just a kid from Arkansas. You weren't supposed to be here. I know Corliss Williamson coached you when you were a young kid. Just what did he mean for your development as a young guy?
He meant the world to me. Just being able to, go to an NBA player's house and see all the things they have. All the awards he won in college. Like I wanted to be just like him. I wanted to go to Arkansas. I wanted to win Player of the Year. I wanted to get drafted to the NBA. I wanted all those things for my family as well. I think it was more motivational for me, just being around and being able to see, all all the things that he worked so hard for. And I see what hard work can do for a person, and I just kind of took it and ran with it. It was a blessing for me, man, for sure.
Yeah, what could you kind of point to him as a guy that he made it to the NBA, so I could too?
Yeah, for sure. Coming from where I come from, man, it's like every 4 or 5 years, like we have a pro. Nowadays, it's gotten better with social media, and guys have gotten more opportunity to get noticed and things like that. But when I was coming up, social media just started like taking off a little bit around then, and nowadays guys have more opportunity. But he was a big part of it. One of his guys, Marcus McCurl and Vincent Mays, who was the assistant coaches on my AAU teams growing up, those guys kind of took the wing, from him once he moved on to UCA and went to college. I was really, really sad when he said that he wasn't going to coach us in AAU no more. He was going to go to college. That kind of really, really stung a little bit.
Are you guys still in contact? Do you still lean on
Yeah,
him
for
from
sure.
time to time?
Yeah, he's like a big bro to me, man. He's like a guy that's always been there for me, no matter what, through the highs, the lows, just about life in general. Basketball just a short part of my life. Hopefully, I want to play another decade. So after that, I'll still have a long life to live, and we'll still be friends and talk about more than just basketball.
Yeah, I know. What do you think is the biggest thing he taught you growing up?
He just taught me. I think the biggest thing in basketball he taught me is to run the floor hard. That's one thing that I wasn't really skilled and talented as a kid. I just always had a motor and played as hard as I could. And one of the things he always taught me just to sprint the court hard and get offensive rebounds and things like that. That's what he taught me on the court. Off the court, just always told me just to just let things come to you. Sometimes in life you have to wait around your turn. You can't you just got to keep working hard as you can. And sometimes it takes guys longer to get to where they want to get to. And he just always told me just to stay down and be humble in everything I do.
Over to Devon on Zoom.
Rob Johnson.
Hey, Bobby. You being the nonstop energy guy, how do you bring some of that Pfizer feeling to unwelcoming Phoenix Game 5?
Just going out there, just playing my minutes before us, doing all the little things, offensive rebound, getting some extra possessions for us, talking on defense, just trying to be as active as I can in my role, knowing that the minutes I play, I have to play those minutes with force. It's fun playing this game with these guys. Obviously, it's a big game for us in Game 5. It's a pivotal game for us. But I think we're up for the challenge, man. It's going to be a hostile environment for sure. But I can't wait for it.
Okay, let's go to Lori Nickel.
Like you said, Bobby, this is an important game. You're not going to be able to win this thing without stealing at least one game in Phoenix. So I wanted to ask you real specifically, how more locked in are you guys maybe off the court? And here's an example. When Jay Crowder came back here to Milwaukee, he knows Milwaukee from playing here. Mm-hmm. He said that he and the guys weren't even going to eat out at restaurants. They were worried about food poisoning, or not worried, but they were just going to be really precautious. Are you guys doing anything extra that's really different for the finals to stay locked in?
Yeah, man. All guys are just locked in their rooms. Obviously, as a team, we watch a lot of film together. Coach Bud and his staff does a great job of just breaking things down for us and simplifying things to make it easier for us on the court. But off the court, man, we're just trying to stay as locked in as possible, staying in our rooms. I ain't even thought about food poisoning and things like that, though. I ain't going to lie. I don't want that at all, but I ain't thought about that. It's like some Michael Jordan stuff, but
right.
I ain't even thought about that. But it's fun, man, playing this game, being able to be in a 3-game series now on the biggest stage in basketball. It's just a joy, man, to go out there and play this beautiful game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Eduardo.
Hi, Bobby. Eduardo Vidal from Hispanic Sports Media. The 20 minutes you were on the court in the last game, you played most of them in a small lineup. What is the biggest benefit the team gets when you play without a natural center?
We just do a ton of switching and things like that. Just staying solid, talking on defense a lot. We have to rebound the basketball at a higher level then with, when Brooks not in the game and things like that. But, just spacing the floor, opening up some driving lanes for Giannis and things like that. And just just playing with confidence and playing with swag. You know, it's 2 teams left in the league now playing for an NBA championship on the biggest stage. It doesn't get any better than that. I think Coach Bud does a great job, man, of making the game easier for us and just simplifying it, and that's why we've had a ton of success this off season. I mean, not off season, but this postseason.
Final question. Let's go to JC. Go ahead.
Hey, Bobby. So far, there's been a lot of adjustments in this series, but
Yep.
at this point, what do you feel is the biggest challenge playing against the Suns?
They're a great home basketball team, man. They really feed off the crowd. I think anybody's a great home team, man, for sure. It's always tough winning on the road in this league. It's tough winning, period. But them especially, they really feed off the crowd. They get going. All their supporting cast play really well at home. You've seen the game where Bridges and Campaign and Drake Crowder and all those guys had big games here, game 1 and 2. And things like that. So try to limit the supporting cast as much as we can. Obviously, it's going to be a load. It's going to be a hostile environment. But that's why we play this game for. That's why we work so hard in the off season, during the season. That's why we sacrifice so much to be in this position to hoist the Larry O'Brien Trophy. So I think everybody's locked in, and I think when tomorrow comes, I think everybody will be ready to roll.
Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you.